you surprised that Oldham have picked up from where they left off last season, bearing in mind also Dennis Owen and Mike Milligan?
No, not really. Obviously there were good players that we lost, but we had players that could come in and do the job, and it's taken a little bit of time. Neil Redfern's had to adjust to playing in the centre of midfield, but as you can see, he's playing and really relishing the job. So we're a bit dubious at the start of the season. You wonder whether you can do as well as you did last season, but the results are going well and we're still doing well.
How have the new players like David Curry and Paul Morden settled in?
Fine. David's come on leaps and bounds, and Molly's been here a lot longer than David, but his chances have been limited. But when he comes in, he does really well, and I think the two of them are well settled in and they love it.
Do you still miss Mike Milligan and Dennis Owen?
Well, you miss good players. They both put their own particular stamp on the game a different way, but we're playing slightly differently, and you don't have a system and make players play to that. The players, to an extent, impress your system, and the way that we played with Mike Milligan and Dennis in the side, we were a bit more freewheeling down the right-hand side at times, but now, we play a slightly different way and accommodate, and the players, Paul Warhurst and Neil Redfern and Roger, when he's coming there, have put their particular stamp on the team. So, yes, we are playing differently. We do miss them, but we're coping.
And towards the front post, and the header away from Andy Ritchie, neatly brought down by Cook and volleys it up in one motion. Ball, surely 1-0, it's there! Steve Ball. High half volley forward from him. Ball leaning into Andy Holden. Bellamy, ambitious there, slipped. Ritchie in with a good chance now, feeds it back to Marshall. It's there! Well, he totally miskicked it, and it curled into the back of the net as Mike Stoll had gone the other way. Would you believe it? The ball played back from Andy Ritchie. It was a slip by Gary Bellamy in the first place that let Ritchie in. He unselfishly pulled it back to Ian Marshall, who went to hit it hard into the back of the net. Mike Stoll went to where I'm sure Marshall intended to kick it. 8 minutes to go in this first half. Score still 1-1. The corner comes in from Cook. Barrett launches himself at it, but Dennison hits the bar. Much just over the bar. Dennison's holding his head in disbelief as he walks away from the area. Cook. The Wolves are really enjoying themselves this afternoon. Ball is in. 2-1. Nicky Clark is unused to restraining himself when Wolves score. He's desperately keen to stand up here and shout with the rest of them, but he's afraid of popping the microphone, I think, and certainly that goal deserves some celebration. Redfern, Ritchie behind Venus. It's a good cross, and Marshall on the end of it again gets a good header in, loops over, and Stoll can't keep it out of the net. Oldham go ahead through Ian Marshall, a looping header towards the far post. Mike Stoll got a hand to it, but there's an offside flag. I hadn't spotted the offside flag in the linesman's arm on that far side. Nicky Clark next to me says neither had he. Puts a hand to his chest as he's relieved, as I'm sure most of the Wolves supporters are very good at taking up his being back in defence all the time. That's a great goal from Ian Marshall. What a superb strike. Well, the ball just ricocheted back to him and dropped, and he hit it from at least 35 yards. Certainly on the balance of play in the second half, Oldham have been Wolves equal, but Wolves really should have exploited the advantage they had in the first half. But Ritchie now, and Wolves, as I said. Marshall 3-2! It's incredible, 2 goals in a minute! All the Oldham fans are coming across and smothering Ian Marshall. I don't think he can believe it. The ball's just dropped to him twice. He's hit it twice, and twice it's gone past Mike Stoll.
Has expectation been greater this year from the fans?
Oh, very much so. After last season and the season we had in the Cup, I think nothing short of promotion will do, and that's been very clear from the onset. And fortunately we got off to a flyer at Wolves. The first game of the season was very important, with Dennis Irwin going, Mike Milligan going, and one or two people looking at us and say, hey, can we carry on? And fortunately we have done.
Are you surprised you've carried on, be honest?
I'm not surprised, because there's still an awful lot of good players here, and we have settled down a little bit quicker than I expected that we would. I thought it might take maybe half a dozen 8 games, but of course after 8 games we were top of the league, and you know, if that's a settling down period, well, we're all pleased.
You came in sort of, was the end of last season, wasn't it?
That's right, yeah.
Are you enjoying it more this season?
Yeah, I've had a bit of a better run at being in the side this season, and I'm playing in centre midfield where I enjoy playing, and the results are going right for us, and everything's going quite well at the moment.
I think it would be fair to say a lot of pressure on you with expectation after Mike Milligan leaving and you stepping into his place. Have you felt that?
A little bit, obviously, because I mean Mike did a tremendous job here for Oldham, and I mean he's a quality player, but I've just come in and tried my best, and at the moment things are going quite well.
You're all superstars after last year, aren't you?
Well, I think, you know, it's I think that's what's added the bite to us. I mean, teams are coming here now, and it's like the cup final for them, you know, to play against Oldham, because we, you know, obviously we made headlines last season, so that's why we've had to be more harder to beat. We've had to be more determined to beat other teams.
Are you enjoying it as much?
Yeah, of course I am. Yeah, just going out there and enjoying it. That's the way to be.
Big Andy Holden's come forward for Athletic, wearing 6. Ian Marshall tightly marked by Alan Paris. There's Walrus with the kick. Played forward to Marshall. Oh, hit the post. Leicester waiting for the offside flag. "50 minutes gone, 0-0 for Athletic on top." Hooked forward by Marshall. Here's Ritchie. Turns past Paris. Marshall! It's gone! Ian Marshall does it again. The 4th goal of the season. Well, he started that one and he finished it. Palmer's touch. Ritchie. Good turn and pass out to the far side and finds Holden. Ritchie header! Oh, super goal! Andy Ritchie, who worked so hard to find his first goal of the season, makes it 2-0. Oh, what a classic!
How difficult is it coming into a successful side like Oldham?
It was difficult last season because the cup runs and the league games, like you were in for a game, out for a game, and it's been quite difficult, yeah.
Have you settled in this season?
I think so, yeah, up to now. Like I said, I've I'd run over a few games and seem to be doing okay, yeah.
Do you feel you're settling into the style of the side?
I think so. Like I say, it's a different style. We get out wide quick and get it in the box like very quick. But it's the tough as well that you got to get used to. I thought a couple of weeks and I'd be used to it, but like still learning about it. Now even.
I'm just absolutely staggered. You're still at Oldham. It appears every club in the world wants you. Is that right?
I think at the moment, every club in the world wants every player in the club, including the manager. I mean, when you're successful and you're at the top of the league, then that's the way it is.
But you've had a good start to the season personally, haven't you?
Yeah, I've had a good start. I think it's just a case of carrying on where we left off last year. I mean, we were really unlucky last season, and we've got to get that behind us this year, and we've got to do it this season. I think the more we carry on with what we did last season, the way we're playing rather than kicking the ball long, which we started to at the beginning of the season, then the better we will become towards the end.
Are you as good a side as last season, do you think? A better side, worse side, or can you compare the two for me?
More solid, definitely more solid. Not giving as much away at the back. We're not playing as well. It's been said a lot already. We've not been playing that well, considering we played brilliant last season. Well, it's difficult to do as well, but we're doing well. As the position shows, obviously.
What does that mean? You're not doing well? Can you put your finger on, or not playing well?
I don't think we're not playing badly. It's just that we haven't reached the heights of last season, I don't think, but still good enough to be top of the league, which is not bad, is it?
Finds Henry. Henry returns a compliment. Holden right-footed cross, headed away by Stevens, picked up by Redfern, knocked in by Warhurst. Rich is in there. Chance now for Holden. 1-0. Ricky Holden gets the goal. His first of the season. Resumes his place in the forward line. The first player to touch the ball, it was a good one, finds Ritchie. Oh, it's there! Ritchie the scorer. Got 1 or 2 deflections. Play continues, and Portsmouth have the throw in. This is Fillery, found space well then. Lays the ball off again to Chamberlain. Good ball in. Clark's right up there. So is Whittingham. Oh, it's in. Super goal from Guy Whittingham. The man who scored a hat-trick here last season when the game finished in a 3-3 draw. Here's Warhurst. Plays the 1-2. Chance now. It's there. Oh, delightful goal by Paul Warhurst. That's the goal that Athletic so desperately needed. And it came from the unlikely source of right fullback, where Paul Warhurst has been doing such a grand job since the departure of Dennis Irwin to Manchester United.
Are you surprised Oldham picked up where they sort of left off last season?
Well, not really, no. We've got a good belief that we can go up, and positions reflecting that.
You lost Dennis Irwin and Mike Milligan, though, 2 really influential players. Have the new players, have you been impressed with the ones that have come in?
Yeah, I mean, everyone's done a really tremendous job. We missed Dennis's distribution at first, but Paul Warhurst has come on leaps and bounds, as he showed on Saturday against Sheffield Wednesday, and Neil Redfern's playing excellent in Mick Milligan's spot in midfield, so we do miss them, but not that much.
Are you a better side this year than last?
I think so, yeah, we're a lot more experienced and we're a lot stronger. Obviously, I think having a stronger and bigger squad does help a lot. You know, there's a lot of competition for places now. But on saying that, we've had our injury problems, and up front especially, we've used all our strikers that we've got.
What about the celebrated plastic? How do you cope with that?
Like I say, I find it difficult still, but I much prefer it to playing on grass now.
Honestly?
Honestly, yeah. I like because you get a true run of the ball every time. Yeah, it's good.
Are people or teams paying specific attention to yourself this season?
Yeah, I mentioned the other day that it's warfare policy now, where they'll scratch and kick and off the ball stuff a lot nowadays. But you just got to live with that.
Like what?
Oh, anything, there's plenty of elbows flying all the time, and if they can't double up on me, they'll stop me somehow.
Seriously?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're going to have a good look at some of the games. But you live with that. I mean, I had that in the 4th division as well. It's almost back to that sort of stuff.
And Joe Royal, the Athletic manager, underlining once again his attacking intentions. The 2 substitutes are on now. Roger Palmer wearing 14 and Paul Mulden wearing 12. The players substituted, Neil Adams and David Curry. Paul Mulden himself still waiting for his first senior goal for Athletic. Roger Palmer, of course, well, he knows where the net is. First touch for Palmer. Marshall tries to turn. Still Marshall. It's there! Well, substitutions have certainly paid off. Hard to see who got the final touch. But Roger Palmer, with his very, very first touch of the ball, it was a header that found the feet of Ian Marshall. When Marshall got the second touch in, well, I think he came off an Oxford United defender. Roger Palmer. Roger Palmer. Firm favourite here at Athletic. The corner comes in from Holden. Palmer's touch. Oh, off the line. It's there. Barrett. 2-0. Palmer again. Got the decisive touch. And Earl Barrett finished it off. Foster with the kick, finds Foyle, laid off for Steen. First time drive, a cracking effort. Tips over the bar well by John Horworth. Tried to play the 1-2 with Simpson, who was denied by Warhurst. Good play by Marshall. A lovely ball to Molden. It's 1 against 1. What can Paul Molden do here? Redfern! Brilliant finish. Oh, it's marvellous stuff. Well, Neil Redfern, that crowns a fine display by the Athletic midfielder.
What's been Oldham's best performance so far?
I think when we play Oxford, second half against Oxford, that was that was one of our best performances. I think it's probably that one. I mean, first half we weren't too hot, but second half, everything came together and we murdered them really.
Have you enjoyed it as much this season as last?
I am enjoying it very much this season. It's a nice position to stand up or sit up there at the top and look down at the others. So I mean, yes, I'm bound to be enjoying it.
Do you think the football is good?
I think I have to say I'm not sure we've played quite as well as on some occasions last season, but there's a long way to go, and we'll get it completely together, I think.
Everybody tells me that, but as you say, not a bad position to be in if you're not playing too well.
No, I mean that's the sure sign that things are going to go well, that you can on occasions play not so well and still pick up the points, and this has happened on 1 or 2 occasions so far this season.
The ball's with Henry, played square for Warhurst. Couldn't quite take it in his stride, and now it's 1 against 1. Watson against Barlow. Charlton streaming forward. Ball taken over by Walsh. It's 1 against 1. Chance to open the account. Certainly now. Oh dear, 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 dear. Andy Jones with the goal at his mercy. And he failed to make it 1-0. Corner kick from Holden. Salmon happy to punch. Oh, it's there. What a goal. Redfern. Oh, that was a beauty. Neil Redfern's second goal of the season. Here's Minto. Forward for Watson, who beats the offside trap. Chance to equalise now. And he does. And some style too. Lovely finish by Gordon Watson. A free kick coming in now from Holden. Towards Holden and Palmer. Well, if you consider that Andy Jones missed that one in the first half with a goal at his mercy, well, that was a similar chance for Roger Palmer, and he normally buries them.
Things are going quite well. Top of the league's not bad, is it?
No, that's right. We never visualised this at the beginning of the season. Obviously, we thought we'd be up there with them. But we've got a very strong squad. We've got a lot of talented players and a lot of very good young players, and we just hope we can keep it going.
They make you do a lot of running in this so-called engine room, don't they?
Yeah, that's right. It's never been a problem really, because I've always been quite, good with the stamina side of the game, and we always seem to work for one another quite well in the midfield, and it's going well.
Do you find that sides are coming, especially to Boundary Park, to play defensively just to stop Oldham playing?
Yeah. The odd brave team, Swindon and Charlton, for example, really wanted to play and got on with it, and they got, well, Swindon were unlucky, but Charlton got a deserved point. But I think most teams come with just that policy in mind, just to defend.
Have you finally laid the ghost that you can only play on plastic? I mean, your away record's good this season.
Well, it is good this season, but we've got to maintain that. And I mean, we always knew that we can play away from home. We can play on grass. I mean, you know, last season we were very unlucky at a lot of grounds, and we know we can play on grass. People have seen us away from home and known that we were very unlucky. So, you know, if we do well this season, then people might just start taking notice of us.
Craig Short cutting that one out and playing a good ball forward. Draper out to Johnson. In comes a shot. Oh, and an athletic save there from John Holworth. But really was a good sweeping clinical build-up there from Notts County. And this is a feature of the game so far. Notts County have managed to stem the flow of crosses. A chance here for Bartlett. Bartlett shoots. Oh! I don't think John Holworth knew too much about that, but he had to be in the right place at the right time. Palmer, the record scorer for Oldham Athletic. Plattner on the run. Oh, what a good ball through to Bartlett. Bartlett racing through. Good challenge there by Andy Barlow. The linesman's given the penalty. The referee agrees. He points to the spot, and drama here at Meadow Lane. Oh, and it's saved. He's got the rebound. That goes in. A brilliant save by Holworth from the penalty shot. But Johnson quick to seize on the rebound. He's first to the ball. It's Notts County 1, Oldham Athletic 0.
What about the fans this year? It's been amazing support, hasn't it?
Yeah, superb. I mean, obviously, you know, it's on the back of what we did last year. We know that, but I think that now we have got the support here, and they're seeing how we are playing and what we can do. Then hopefully it'll keep them here for always now.
Are you a better side than last year?
I think so. I think we're a lot better. I think probably playing against First Division clubs last year in the cup competitions helped us. I think we're much more professional in our attitude, and I think that's been borne out in the away results that we're getting.
In television terms, a vox pop is a means of canvassing public opinion on a specific subject. Tonight's chosen subject is Oldham keeper John Holworth.
Yeah, he's playing an excellent keeper's place.
He's been playing well all season. Quite like him for a goalkeeper. I think he's great. The season's been playing brilliantly.
Every time John Holworth steps into Boundary Park, he's reminded of memories that lurk in his deepest consciousness. Holworth was left out of Oldham's Wembley side and has been left to pick up the pieces during the summer amidst Andy Goran rumours and the purchase of Brighton keeper John Keeley.
I think the first game we played in a friendly, we got beat by Bradford, and because it was when all the uncertainty was about, and it was Andy Gorham. Every time I touched the ball, it was Andy Gorham. We want Andy Gorham back, but that stopped now.
Holworth believes he would have had to stand aside for John Keeley had he been fit, but his form is such, John Keeley now believes he'll struggle to get his place back.
Yeah, John's been playing brilliant, you know, like even if I was fit, I wouldn't expect to go straight back in the team anyway, not after the way he's been playing. Like, I've been to all the games and he's been outstanding, yeah.
It was an unusual night for John Holworth. For the first 20 minutes, only his alertness kept Swindon at arm's length. After that, he didn't have a great deal to do, but what he did do, he did confidently enough. Still, Swindon scored twice, and in the end, really deserved a point. Mike Hazard's first for the club, following his move from Portsmouth. It was a night of firsts all round. Paul Molden's been searching for the elusive goal to get him off the mark for Oldham. Typical Molden range, typical Molden goal, 1-1. A quiet word from Joe Royal at half-time certainly shook Oldham up. Rick Holden squeezing his header through the crowd and between Digby and his post for 2-1. But Swindon's passing approach is perfectly suited to Boundary Park. Mike Hazard certainly created a lasting impression, picking open the defence. Paul Bowden giving Holworth no chance. Oldham's winner was without doubt the most controversial point of the evening. The referee said that Roger Palmer's header had crossed the line before it was handled, but his linesman said it hadn't. It took some considerable time before the cross wires were eventually unravelled and before Oldham were awarded a penalty. Neil Redfern stepped up to save the referee's face. 3-2 the final score, and to his surprise, and to just about everybody else's, John Holworth
was named man of the match. Appropriate, really.
It's nice to have man of the match. So it's my first one in 19 months at the club, so somebody's smiling at me tonight anyway.
You're hanging on a bit towards the end?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they're a good side, Swindon. They play the ball well, and they're perfectly suited to our pitch and our style of play as well. So it was a great match, and we were fortunate.
Fortunate by another 3 points?
Yeah, that's all we want. Another 3 points, top of the league. How many is it? 9 games? That'll do for me.
There's a lot of competition for places up front. It certainly keeps you on your toes, doesn't it?
For sure, that's right. Like you say, when the gaffer bought David Curry, like, you know, everybody thought, well, you know, it's going to be difficult, and it's turned out to be difficult, like, you know, especially when Frank Bunn gets fit, you know, it could be even more difficult.
The Malden style, though, still shines through, doesn't it? The old, you don't score many from more than 6 yards, do you?
That's right. No, I try not to. No, it's like I say, it's all close, and that's where I like it.
Corner kick comes in. Barrett's in there. Off the line. Again, the clearance off the line. Oh, Barrett's so close to giving Athletic the lead. Marshall. Holden. First time ball in. Palmer. Holden. 1-0. Paul Holden breaks the deadlock. His second goal in 2 games. As I said before, it's results, not performance, that matter in the second division this season, as far as Athletic are concerned. Blackburn still coming forward. Stapleton. 25 seconds remaining on my watch. Chelsea now for John Rose. It's there. Tragedy for Athletic. John Rose grabs the equaliser with 15 seconds remaining.
What about crowd expectation? Are they looking for more from Oldham this season?
I think at times they are looking for a lot more than we're giving, but you know we're doing our best. You know, it's not as if we're going out there to lose or to play under par. You know, but at times things don't come off, and obviously they can get complacent, but that's part of football. That.
Who's the best player you've marked this season?
Well, the quickest player I've marked is Bartlett from Notts County. He's pretty quick, him, like, best player. I don't know, just take him in my stride.
Steve Bull?
Yeah, he's pretty difficult. He's always moving, and he's strong. You know, he runs for everything. Yeah, he's not a bad player. Yeah.
County Reading down the left-hand side. Stopped by Barlow. It's John Horworth. Off the head of Marshall. Malden's lurking, so is Holden. 1-0. Rick Holden makes the breakthrough for Athletic on 29 minutes. His 3rd goal of the season, and it came through the persistence of Paul Holden. Johnson's header back. Bartlett racing in there. What's the referee going to give? Penalty. Well, looking at that one, I must say I can't argue with that. 8 minutes remaining in this first half. Johnson versus Horworth. Goal. That's the equaliser for County. Tommy Johnson. Bartlett. Well, there you see 2 athletes, Bartlett and Barrett. Shot coming in now. Oh, a beauty! Oh, a screamer of a goal. County now surely on the way to the 3rd round. Holden with the header on. Palmer. Marshall hurrying down on goal now. Ian Marshall. Penalty. Well, I've got to look at that one again and say I did not think that was a penalty. But a challenge on Ian Marshall. Ian Marshall hurrying down on goal from the pass from Roger Palmer. And when the challenge came in from short, well, Marshall took a tumble. No way was that a penalty. Redfern. It's 2-2. Neil Redfern. Curry, chance to make a name for himself now. Bill Curry, oh, beauty! David Curry, what a way to open your account. An absolutely cracking goal by David Curry. Well, that's brought Boundary Park back to life. Molden pulls away, gets the ball. Barrett in support. Molden. Redfern, first time drive, miss-hit it. Holden, oh, in the bar! Would you believe it? How unlucky can you get? Rick Holden holds his head in his hands. Barrett's cross. Marshall's in there. Oh, just wide. Brilliant spell of pressure by Athletic. Thomas forward. Chance now for Lund. Stayed outside. Great save by Holworth. Marshall wins the header. Action at the other end now. Curry! It's there! David Curry, his second goal of the night. Well, Boundary Park erupts again as David Curry, who hadn't scored a senior goal for Athletic this season, he's now got two in the space of a few minutes. Came off the head of Jobson, and Barrett, good covering, and a good ball up the line for Molden. Palmer, that's better. Marshall, corner. That's the sort of position that Ian Marshall thrives on. And it's Athletic's 11th corner of the game. Holden swings it in. Oh, it's in! Holden, direct from the corner. Holden's cross. Holden's header. 5-2.
What's been the highlight of the season so far for you?
Well, obviously, probably getting in the signing centre midfield and starting season there. And it's just sort of snowballed from there, and it's gone on, and we're doing quite well, and just hopefully we can keep it going.
You don't score tap-ins, do you?
No, I'd like to start scoring a few more tap-ins, obviously because the majority of goals scored from 5 yards out. But while they keep going in from 20-30 yards, then I won't grumble.
Played forward by Barlow. Halfway through this first half, still we await the first goal. Hull, the more likely team to score. Ball crossed in. Linesman's plugging for a handball, and a penalty's being given. Well, I find that decision quite amazing. It was a desperate cross in the first place from Palin, and really it must have just hit somebody's hand in the Oldham box. The linesman's flagged on the far side. Palin it is who steps up to take it. Palin with a spot kick, who scores. Well, that's no more than Hull City deserve for the way they came out and tackled Oldham in this game. Pockeday, the long throw specialist for Hull. Get some distance on that too. Payton's in there, great save from Holworth. Super save from the Oldham goalkeeper. It's Hull with an early attack again, headed away by Holden. Chance again, 2-0. Payton, less than 60 seconds gone in this second half, and Andy Payton capitalises on a mix-up in the Oldham defence. Played in towards a penalty spot, and that's easy for John Holworth. Andy Barlow, one of only a few Oldham players who can hold his head high after this game. Ball played in. by Adams. It was a good one. Fine Curry. Curry plays that one in. It's there! Redfern the scorer, I think. No, it's Henry. Nick Henry gets it. Well, are Oldham back in this game now? 10 minutes remaining. Barlow's challenge. Redfern finds Donachie. We're set for a final few minutes, so they're going to be dramatic. Henry, the goal scorer, lays that one off for Redfern. Left-footed drive. Oh, what a beauty! Redfern, an absolute cracker for Oldham. Well, that, I must say, is an absolute steal, because Hull City have dominated this game from start to finish, but that was a beauty from Neil Redfern. His 5th goal of the season, and he won't score a better one than that as long as he plays football.
What about funny moments so far? Can you let us into any of those at all?
Well, we've had one or two funny moments. We had a funny moment on the bench at Hull whereby a bucket was tossed, a bucket of water was tossed when, shall we say, a disputed penalty was given. And we were laughing about it, and the crowd were laughing about it, but some slightly over-officious gentleman from the constabulary decided he was going to accuse us of causing a riot. And I explained to the policeman that it wasn't actually against the law to throw a bucket, and we had a good laugh about it later on. Of course, one or two of the media picked up and made a big issue of it, but we thought that was funny. We enjoyed it.
How has it changed for you being in charge of such a high-profile club these days?
In some ways it's easier, of course, because things are going well. People are coming in greater numbers to see the matches. We are successful. This does enable us to, for instance, have a bigger squad than we've had for really any time, I think, since I've been here. We are able to cope with the pressures of that. So really, by and large, I think it is a bit easier.
Oldham beaten only once in 50 games here at Boundary Park, unbeaten in 12 games so far this season. It's 0-0 tonight. They come forward again. First time drive by Redfern. Barlow's. Oh, in the post! Oldham! 1-0. Paul Oldham breaks the deadlock. His 4th goal of the season. Oldham 1, Ipswich Town 0. 9 minutes remaining now. Oh, Redfern again. Early crossing. Oh, it's there! Curry! 2-0. Well, that should seal it for Oldham now. Lovely ball in from Neil Redfern, and David Curry made no mistake from close in. His 3rd goal of the season for Oldham, and it's 2-0.
What about amusing moments? Anything that's made you smile this season? On or off the pitch? Which you can relate on a video.
Well, it's me personally. Like, I was having a bad game at Barnsley, and I kept kicking the ball into the stand, and I got a bit of stick from the lads, especially Rick. Like, he's not one for holding back on the stick, but it's all taken in good spirit, and that is good for team spirit as well.
What's been the best performance of the season so far, do you feel?
For me or for the team?
For both.
I think I was just listening to it. I think the second half against Oxford, even though I didn't score, I thought I played quite well, and I thought the team did quite well from a shaky start, like for the first half. I thought we did quite well against them, and then the extra time against Notts County, I thought we did quite well as well.
They don't have sort of quiet games down here, do they? It's always like a cup tie atmosphere, isn't it?
When I was down at Bournemouth, I used to watch it on the telly, like you said, every game seemed to be better than the last, and I think that's how it on this season. Like you say, every game is a good game.
And virtually every side that's come to Boundary Park this season has come out with a defensive approach, allowing Oldham to attack. I've often wondered what would happen if a side really came out committed to attack. This is what County are doing now with Johnson. Good try, 1-0. Wait a minute, offside. It was a good effort by Johnson in the first place. Bartlett got the final touch after John Horworth had parried it away. But it won't count, it's offside, and play continues. Neil Redfern prepares to take this free kick for Oldham. Earl Barrett and Richard Jobson forward for this one. Lighted in. Oh, he's straight in. Incredible. Neil Redfern. 1-0. Ritchie breaking away from Yates. Redfern takes over. Free shot. Oh, crashed against the bar from Neil Redfern. That was a splendid effort from the Oldham midfield man. Oh, it's a lovely ball. First time. Barlow. Now Holden. Oldham's turn to stream forward now. Bill Holden. Lovely play. Oh, he's going in. He's in the post. 2-0. It's Ritchie. What a goal. Andy Ritchie, the second half substitute, makes it 2-0. I must say, there was a suspicion of handball then from Andy Ritchie before he put the ball in the back of the net.
Funny moment of the season so far?
Funny moment of the season. Probably from a personal point of view, these trousers I'm wearing, these Vulcan bottoms, I'd played a game here and actually felt they were sapping my legs a little bit, and I took them off, forgot I had just a jock strap on, and got quite a few whistles from the main stand.
What's been the highlight for you on a personal level?
Going there, going to the top, staying there. Ian Marshall's hat-trick, you know, looking at that with a smile. Getting a point out of a game sometimes when we've not played so well. Getting 3 points out of a game that we might have only got a point out of last year. But all over, the crowd involvement too is getting bigger and bigger here all the time. To say that we're averaging 13,000 at home is phenomenal. And there's been a lot of highlights, you know, I'm just enjoying it.
Is that because expectations greater, do you feel?
I think there's a lot of expectation. Yeah, I think we're, especially with us going out of the cup to Leeds, like that's all over now for the rest of the season now, and it's all geared to promotion from an early stage.
Are the players letting them dare think about promotion at this stage?
I think so. It's always in your mind. It's always in your mind. That's what you want to do. That's the aim when you start at the start of the season. You're thinking about promotion, and to be going into it around about this time at the top spot, and we're achieving the aim so far.
What's the best performance from Oldham so far this season?
Best performance? Any time we win away, really. That's going to be a great performance for us considering last season. So we enjoy it when we win away now.
You laugh about that, but I think you're beginning to prove to people you can actually play away from Boundary Park.
Yeah, it's just nice to show people we can play on the grass as well. As the crowd says, we can play on the grass as well, which is true.
Here's King. Forward for Williams. Header from Jobson falls for Worthington, who hits it in low. Oh, at the post. Hurst the culprit again. Ritchie got the touch, a vital one it was too. Releases Redfern, who in turn releases Warhurst. He's got it in behind King. Got the cross in, 1-0. Henry. Oldham take the lead from a counter-attack inspired by Andy Ritchie. This is Barrett. Played long towards Ritchie, who's beaten by Shirtliff. Free kick to Wednesday. "20 minutes gone in the crucial top of the table second division game. Sheffield Wednesday 0, Oldham Athletic 1. And Oldham it was who made the breakthrough on 18 minutes through Nick Henry. Here's Warhurst. Curry sprung the offside trap. Chance for two. Curry goes round him. It's 2-0. Unbelievable. David Curry. 2-0. 2 goals in the space of 2 minutes for Oldham. Sheffield Wednesday 0. Oldham Athletic 2. Wednesday come forward again with King. The cross comes in, Hurst on the end of it, Palmer, oh it's a bar, would you believe it? And Sheridan's return drive straight into the arms of John Horworth. Sheridan forward, put out by Holden. Redeemed himself, Sheridan. That's a good ball forward by Hart. Williams, oh whisker away from Paul Williams. Well, Wednesday coming forward again. Chance now for Hurst. Penalty. Hurst wins the penalty. It goes over under the challenge. I think it was Richard Jobson. No doubt about that one. 15 minutes gone in the second half and a chance for Wednesday to pull one back. Sheridan marches up. 2-1. Hillsborough erupts. Williams. Back to Worthington. Played up the line for Wilson. Broke away from the Oldham pack. High cross into Palmer. Sheridan. Surely 2-2. It's another penalty. And Sheridan, who scored the first, is brought down for the second. The referee again, right on the spot. Chance now to make it 2-2. Sheridan scores. 2-2 it is. Well, we are set now for a grandstand finish for this game.
What's been the best performance so far?
I think collectively, probably the result at Sheffield Wednesday for us. It was disappointing, the fact that we were 2-0 up, but the fact that we held on, we've gone to Sheffield Wednesday, we've got a draw and we now stay top of the league. That was absolutely superb for us. That.
What about from a personal point of view? What's been the highlight?
Every game so far. I didn't think I'd be playing at the start of the season when the gaffer brought John Keeley in. I didn't think I'd be playing, but surprised at the start of the season, and I'm just glad to still be playing.
Is it just all about confidence and more confidence as the season goes on?
I'm feeling good at the moment, but it's just the way things are going. I think everything's going right for all of us at the moment, so there's no complaints.
Pick out one save for me from this season that gave you special pleasure.
Johnny Walk overhead kick against Middlesbrough, because I used to be at Ipswich with Johnny Walk and he thought he'd scored there, so I just had to stop him. That gave me a bit of pleasure when we picked the win bonus up as well. So.
I also saw one against West Brom, which was
yeah, that was a bit different. That was you won't see stuff like that every week. I hadn't thought about that actually, but yeah, that was a bit different. That was a bit of a novelty save, I think. But I enjoyed that as well.
What's been the highlight of the season so far for you?
Just scoring a couple of goals maybe, and coming into training's good.
Really?
Yeah, it's we refuse to get carried away with anything after what happened last year. Just let it all pass by, not bothered. It's only November anyway. It might be January, might be bottom of the league, you can't tell, but no, we've been through a lot in the last 15 months or so, and you don't get carried away by being top of the league.
Is that your attitude or is that the team's attitude?
General team attitude, I think. No one's mentioning, wow, we're top, we're going up. We're just taking it. I'm just looking forward to Watford now. Give them a good hiding on Saturday.
Foul by Donachie on Rod Thomas. Watford have the free kick. Played in. Good goal, it's that. Watford lead. Not a bad birthday celebration goal, that. John Horworth had no chance. Well, how will Oldham respond to that? They get a corner. Taken by Redfern. The far post, Barrett was in there, so was Holdsworth. Played back in again by Henry. Jobson's in there. Penalty. Handball. Well, chance now for an instant reply. But it's a penalty. And now Andy Ritchie has a chance to claim his third goal of the season, which he does. 1-1. Oldham level. Long kick out from James, met by Jobson. Clever header by Henry. Releases Donachie. Barlow. Forward for Henry. He started that move and he's getting on the end of it too. Cross comes in. Chelsea now, Ritchie. 2-1. Cheekiest goal you'll see all season. Andy Ritchie, 2 goals in less than 3 minutes. And the man who was at the heart of all that was the number 4 for Oldham, Nick Henry. It's Curry. Side step ball for Redfern, who tried to chip. Oh, I say! What a beauty! What a peach of a goal from Neil Redfern. Norway meant as a debut on the defence, who performed admirably today. Now then, Curry. Henry. Oh, yes! 4-1, Nick Henry, his second goal in 2 games, his 3rd of the season, and he took that ever so well.
What about Christmas? Do footballers get time off over Christmas at all?
Not enough. Obviously, it's a festive time of the season and you want to be out and enjoying yourself, and this is the time when you've got to work even harder. And usually the league table sorts itself out over Christmas, so we'll be doing our best to get as good results at Christmas. Like,
you sound like you're enjoying yourself full time.
It's a bloody hard life, football. People look at it and say you just go out and kick a ball around on a Saturday. There's a lot more to it involved than that, and certainly if you're not enjoying it, it's a very, very hard life when you're at the public's beck and call to an extent, and if things are going badly, and you're feeling the pressure, you've got to enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, well, you may as well pack in.
The players have been telling me 1 or 2 amusing things that have happened to them this season. Do amusing things happen to chairmen?
Other people find things happening to chairman amusing very often, usually when he makes a mistake or goes onto the platform, as I did at the Queen Elizabeth Hall with a dead microphone and things like that. I don't know that this season there's been one outstanding humorous moment. If I may tell you, the one from last season, which I think was absolutely outstanding, was after we'd finally beaten Everton. Their directors were leaving our boardroom, and our president, who was a dry, not sarcastic, but as a dry wit, sat there puffing his pipe, and as they went out rather dejectedly, he just looked up and he said, "Well, lads," he said, "at least they made a few bob." And I thought, coming to a big club like Everton, it's normally what they say to us when they've beaten us. I thought that was absolutely beautiful.
A very
Merry
Christmas.
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 To all Latics fans.
Louder.
Latics fans.